I am very attracted to all of you, Crocoduck Army. In what way am I attracted to you? Well, I guess that depends on a lot of factors, unique to each individual, from personality to physical characteristics to personal interests, none of which I feel like I should have to make an apology for. There have been a lot of advocacy campaigns in the last few years around acceptance of all kinds of looks and body types. Much of it is in a very positive spirit that is difficult to find fault with on the surface, but the message has always rung a little hollow to me. It usually consists of a picture of a plus-size woman in a sexy pose and a caption that says, "Real women have curves," or something along those lines, with the general idea that overweight women are just as sexy, if not more sexy, than average or skinny women. They're trying to convey that the overall worth of a woman is not bound by her physical shape, and I wholeheartedly agree with that. But I think that's the wrong way to package that message. Don't be ashamed of your body type, but be ashamed if you prefer certain body types? Besides, no matter who's in the picture, the caption will be wrong because the old adage of beauty being in the eye of the beholder tends to be very true. As anyone who's spent hours arguing on the internet about what band is the best of all time can tell you, arguing over subjective aesthetics is a futile exercise. Let's all just agree that people should not be shamed for their looks, and on the other side of that equation, nobody should feel ashamed of what kinds of looks they're open to. Further, I'm all for advocating that people feel comfortable and confident in whatever body they want, and only put more effort into their appearance if they really want to. After all, I think most people want everyone to find love. But if the body you're happy with is one that is not as widely appreciated, this will increase your chances of ending up in what people rather annoyingly call the friend zone, although this is a poor description of what it really is. The friend zone is when you have many of the types of qualities where a potential romantic interest will want to spend time with you, but not the key qualities where there is sexual chemistry, and it's generally a no-fault kind of situation too, despite being frustrating, sometimes for both parties. Being a good friend to somebody does not obligate them to attempt a romantic relationship with you. There are some people in this debate who go directly after the advertisers. Advertisers often stretch the truth and outright lie to make money. Shocking, I know. If an advertiser isn't making you uncomfortable with not having a product, they will never sell that product. While there's some criticism of advertisers that is worthy of applause, I think there's an even more effective way to blunt the message, and one that will work against every advertiser that is putting out messages of guilt, inadequacy, or heavily airbrushed celebrities in order to sell products. If you have kids, for every time you post something on your Facebook wall about how terrible some advertising campaign is, talk to your kids about how advertising works, and help inoculate them against the tactics you know advertisers will continue to use. You can do battle with the thousand-headed hydra of advertising, or you can give people the tools to not even notice every time advertising is used on them. And while neither is easy, the latter is clearly the simpler task. The same can also be said of video games and other media. We want to consume media which feature exceptional-looking people having exceptional adventures, and yet somehow are normal, so we don't feel bad for not being exceptional like them. This bizarre paradox is as old as the printed word. Every time you see some meme with an old picture of the standards of a celebrity body from decades ago, don't be fooled into thinking it was somehow so different back then. Sure, the body type may have been more attainable, but there was only one Marilyn Monroe, and she was still a model, don't forget. The plus-size models from the various Real Women Have Curves types of campaigns would have just been the supermodels of the 50s and 60s. They were still being offered as the pinnacle of largely unattainable beauty and glamour, just like the skinnier versions of actresses and models today. Attraction, standards of beauty, body image, and advertising will continue to be a burning issue for years to come. Learn to see through the game and you will have learned to live happier.